Hey guys, so yeah, video number 2, digestion. Now, as I just finished off video number 1, one of the big things is making sure the type of food you're eating is encouraging you to fat burn. It's making sure that your body's got all the tools it needs to burn and digest fat. Food isn't the enemy, it's actually one of the biggest tools, and if you're not eating enough, you're really putting yourself up against the wall as far as trying to get your body to change. Digestion is exactly the same. So this is video number 2, and this is digestion. So digestion is your factory, your internal factory inside your body, that encourages your body to distribute energy. It helps your body process foods, and finally it just gives you that overall well-being. Your gut, or your microbiome, is called the second brain for a reason. Basically it controls how you're feeling. Your microbiome is like an internal greenhouse that's made up of trillions, fact, I'm not exaggerating that number, of tiny bacteria that make you taste what you taste, that make you crave what you crave, that make your body perform the way it performs, and everybody's is different. And if that system or that factory isn't working correctly, it's going to make you perform suboptimally. So, how to make sure that your body is gearing towards fat loss with correct digestion? Firstly, I recommend this to all of my clients, and if you haven't tried it already, you absolutely should. Eat probiotic rich foods, and if you don't know what they are, ask me. You know, if we're training together, I'll absolutely tell you, but also if we're working on this together, I would have given you a list already. But things like fermented foods or pickled foods, or anything that has to go through a fermentation process, so kimchi, sauerkraut, and there's drinks out there, kombucha, kefir, there's certain dairies that contain it, like live yogurts and cheeses, and yeah, there's lots of different probiotic foods out there, so I'd highly recommend having them in a daily routine. Where it comes to like kimchi and sauerkraut, it's a daily routine that most people in Asia follow anything they eat with a probiotic food like kimchi or that kind of stuff, just to encourage a good healthy microbiome. So I'd absolutely recommend you look into probiotic food and getting them into your body as often as possible. What they do, the clue's in the name really, the probiotic, and the biotic represents the bacteria effectively, and the pro side of things means it's adding good bacteria to your system. Day-to-day life unfortunately does harm and kill off healthy bacteria, and just like antibiotics, if you've got too much of a rise in bad bacteria within your body, it makes you poorly. So getting lots of good bacteria in your body is very, very important, and you can't have too much of them. The second thing that I'd recommend, if you haven't done it already, I supply these at the studio anyway because I think everybody needs these, is taking a good high quality probiotic at least 3 times a year. I recommend Simprove. It's something that you take on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, and it just boosts your system. So eating those kind of foods that I explained about is very, very helpful, but this is just something you're looking at. I think it's something crazy like 30 million bacteria per serving, and you just can't get that in food, so it's just giving your system a boost. And then finally, the last one that I would say is fasting. Fasting is video number 4 that I'm going to go on about, but fasting is helpful because it allows your body just to reset a little, or detox a little. So any food that's sitting in the bottom of your gut or your intestine won't always get processed if you're eating all the time. So allowing your gut to have a bit of a rest and everything to kind of digest is very, very important. So how does this fit in with your diet? I'd like you to try a little test for me, as well as taking those probiotics and looking into the probiotic foods. The little test that I'd like you to do is be a bit more mindful 12 hours after you've eaten of the reactions your body has. A little bit of wind, bloating, tiredness, headaches, feeling good, feeling sleepy. All of these are our body reacting to the foods that we eat. And my little exercise I'd like you to do is just pay attention to how you feel after eating certain meals. And why that's important is everybody's body has certain things they have what's called a microallergy towards. We might just put it down as normality, but it actually is something very different. Some people complain of bloating after they've drank alcohol or had some kind of heavy starch, and they'll go, oh, I'm just a bit bloated. Well, that is your body reacting for some reason. And why I want you to perform this exercise is to see if we can spot any trends. And then once you can start to find these trends, you can really start to add things up and remove some of the inflammation which is already in your body. And that brings me to the final part of this part of the video. Inflammation. The way to get gut health to help you lose weight is to make sure your body is as healthy as possible. The healthier your gut is, the slimmer you will look. If you get lots of bloating and your body never gets a chance to then process back and regenerate, you just get a little bit of a tummy. And we see that as being fat, but actually it looks worse if you've got a distended gut as well. So I'd absolutely like you to try your best to leave at least 8 hours in between meals to allow your gut to digest down. Now, if you can't do 8, start at 6. But what I'm saying is allow your body to have time to regenerate and be mindful of how your body reacts after your food, and do everything you can to make sure that it's as strong as possible down there. And I know that will make you recover faster, feel better, and sleep even better than hopefully you already do if you're watching this video. Hope that all helps. See you soon.